between keyboard and chair with me, Patinator. And of course, joining me today is Ponzi and Tim, who will introduce themselves by giving us their best Owen Wilson wow. Ponzi?
Wow.
Shit.
Who's Owen Wilson? The one with the broken nose.
Keep going.
Oh my god. You're not that old.
Just say wow.
Wow.
Very close.
Nailed it.
Right.
Wow.
I'm Owen Wilson.
We're off to a good start, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Feeling I didn't feel like I needed to prep people for Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Here we are.
You keep forgetting we have Tim on the show now.
I'll go between keyboard and chat. Today we will be talking about our sections today will be rather save point, where we will discuss games we've been playing that we can recommend to each other, as well as
With a new segment we're trying to introduce, which is what do you call this?
that's my point.
Coming soon. Yeah, where we talk about the highly anticipated movie and just speculate what we're trying to expect or want to happen from that on.
Oh yeah, I am hype beasting the shit out of us for one idea that I had, but like I just want it to happen. I doubt it should happen.
It probably won't happen.
And the movie's gonna be Infinity War, which is coming out really, really early, like a month early, because why not?
All right.
Let's get started with save point, and we don't
copyright the BKNC.
we don't have music for that yet, but we're gonna get music. So I'm gonna start us off.
Music is a very strong word to describe what we're planning.
Notes in sequence.
There we go.
Yeah, notes in sequence, and I'm gonna start with something that some of you might have seen on the channel. I've been playing it. I'm gonna pitch to you guys Into the Breach, which for me is best described as chess with punches. Chess with kaiju and robots punching them.
That sounds interesting. Now I'm actually kind of. I want to see it.
The conceit is it is a turn-based strategy game. No, turn-based tactics game, because it's only small scale.
All right.
There's no real progression. There's no real progression system. Your pilots may level up, and the conceit is you are traveling back in time to save the world from kaiju, basically like giant bugs from the ground.
Okay.
And every time you lose a run, you abandon the timeline and
Start
try
again. Oh,
if you win, you succeed, you leave the timeline and you fight the next one.
Oh wow! All right.
If it's from
If you win the game, the whole game?
the
Or-
one of
or
the
missions
that
or-
specific run. It's like there are 4 islands. It's from the makers of FTL.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
It's
so
very-
it's like the same sprite look,
Much upgraded. Like it looks a lot better.
but it's still very like pixel-based sprites.
Yeah. You send a pilot back along with 3 mechs. There are teams. Later on, you can customize the teams. And there is a fantastic emphasis on your pilots have HP, of course. Of course, you don't want your pilots to die. In theory.
Yes.
You don't want your
presumably.
mechs to die. No, your pilots. If your mech loses enough HP,
Yeah.
the pilot dies. The mech lives for the next mission.
Looking for another pilot.
No, it's just AI. You might not find
Oh,
another pilot.
okay.
It just has no special abilities. And
Oh.
the real challenge is you don't lose when your pilots die.
Okay.
Although I guess if all of them lose, you can't defend yourself. I've
Yeah.
never had all my pilots die. Oh, that's a mystery. But the point, you lose when your power grid goes down, which is when the bad guys attack civilians or the buildings that they live in.
Okay.
So your objective is to stop them from killing civilians, which means sometimes tanking shots from robots, and most of your abilities are not damage based. They're based on shoving people aside, making sure they're frozen.
You're safe now.
Like you're pushing bad guys, or just like, I guess I'm gonna take the hit for the team. And the magical part about it is there's no RNG. You know how much damage they're gonna do. You know exactly what they're gonna do. Because the turn order is monsters move, declare what they're about to do, then you move.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, so you're just reacting in a way.
Anyway, yeah, but
Okay.
you know exactly what they're gonna do. And it's never quite manageable. There's always gonna be like, do I take this hit for the team, or do I let them shoot a civilian building? And the best part, and winning a mission is, I forgot to mention, is not like I've killed all the enemies.
Right.
It is I've survived 4 turns.
Is it always 14?
It's survive.
It survived. Like, do they deal
Oh.
enough damage to your team? Do they deal enough damage to the city?
Oh.
Yeah, after 4 turns, like, I have accomplished something. Like,
It's mitigation.
yeah, it
Oh,
is risk
boy.
management.
So is there a story behind it, or
Very light. It's story as a not a context. It is very like how Dark Souls handles story. Like,
Right.
if you look,
Okay.
you will see the story. If you don't, the game still works.
Okay.
But that's a shift in standard mindset already right there.
Yeah, it's also a shift in mindset for like most tactics games. Like
Yeah.
most modern tactics games are about hero
Elimination.
elimination one and hero characters. Like,
Right,
well, my
right.
my hero is the most important. No one can die. This one's like, well, maybe you could die.
It's okay.
Maybe
For the mission.
for the mission. And it's also really easy to pick up. Like the tutorial is great. It gives you all the information and like one of the best UIs I've seen in the game. Like everything is easily readable. You're rarely confused as to what's happening, no matter how much is going on.
And FTL was an interesting game, and that's like fairly old. So I'm assuming they've improved on that.
Subset games, yeah.
Well, so I've seen a little bit of this game, and I mean, it doesn't really seem anything like FTL. I mean, it's same makers, so it's easy to die. It's easy to. I mean, no,
Yes,
fine.
that is
This
true.
is like the one thing of FTL. It has.
Yeah, it's easy to
It's
die.
easy to die.
It's also
You're
easy
gonna
to
die.
remove all oxygen.
When
Help
you die,
me.
do you start the game all over again like FTL, or do you start a
Yeah, that's a
round?
good question. Like, how far back is the save?
Yeah.
Because FTL, once your crew dies, it's a new ship.
It's
And you start the voyage again.
it's weird because the progression isn't as sharp as FTL. Like the powers, you can finish a run, like a save the world run, because you run through 1 to 4 islands. Sorry, 2 to 4 islands. Then you have access to the final mission. Then you can take that at any time. Like after you finish the first 2 islands. So, but the power changes between what you are at the end of the game and what you are at the start of the game is minuscule enough so that if you do lose, it doesn't feel like you've been set back too far. Like I don't lose all these cool abilities.
Okay.
Usually you have cool abilities from the start. Unlike FTL, where like, I got a basic ship and this dorky human. Like,
Yeah.
And then like I feel like I've lost hours of work. This one,
That is
it
true.
rarely feels like you've lost work. Even
Oh,
though
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, like, FTL is a lot harder than Into the Breach.
I'm looking at a picture
FTL is painful.
of Into the Breach, and like, you're right. It is chess with robots and punching.
Yeah, I recently ran a mission where it's just 3 robots punching.
Oh boy. All right.
What else you
So what makes if you're going to rank? It's an indie game, right?
It's not AAA, but I
It's not
can't
AAA,
say
yeah.
if it's indie anymore.
Because it's from the same makers. How would you like across tactics games that you've played? And I'm sure you've played a lot. XCOM 2 notwithstanding.
I looked at it. I played. I haven't even played a lot of XCOM. Relatively, it's 1,160 hours. That's not a lot.
Dude, that's 1,000 hours doing one game. I thought my
5
500.
campaigns, 1 victory. Yeah.
I was like, I played like 500 hours of XCOM.
You've
Like,
got $500.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got
$500 of
maybe
XCOM.
350 somewhere there.
Yeah.
I was making fun of, silently making fun of some of my friends on the timeline because they only got into XCOM 2 recently. Like, noob.
And then you started sitting beside Mr. 1000
Oh,
over
no. See, like, we started roughly the same time. He got like maybe a week or 2 ahead of me. And like by week 3, I know he's zoomed past it. Yet I've seen the ending more than he has.
Never bought your games. Every time, twice it crashed.
I've seen the ending of that game at least twice.
No, I saw it at least twice. I had a off-screen victory. I won.
Yeah, that don't count though.
Oh man.
That's a
Save
rough
me.
game. XCOM game. Anyway, of all the tactics games you played, from Final Fantasy to I guess Heroes of Might and Magic counts, I suppose.
Kind of. Close enough.
How does this rank?
In terms of playability, straight up 10. Like
Straight up 10.
It
though.
is.
Okay, that's high praise.
Is more accessible than any well, sorry, that's not the correct sentence. Sentences are hard. It is one of the most accessible tactics games. Like that's one of the huge barriers to entry for tactics games.
Right.
But because everything, you have the opportunity to know everything. 2, there's not that much to learn, and 3, even if you do forget what things do, the game just tells you like, here, press a button, we'll tell you what it does.
Oh wow, okay. That is like So the tension is not based on the rules, rather on
Oh, your decision. Because since you have all information, if you fuck up, you did it.
all you.
That's all you, because you knew. You even have one reset turn. Like, I fucked up. Like,
Okay.
I gotta reset. You have undo moves. Like, if you haven't fired a shot or used an ability, you can undo all your moves. You can look at stuff. Do you want to see how this looks? Sure. Okay.
So it's a decision making thing.
The tension is, can you solve the puzzle? Can you punch your way out of this one?
Can you solve your problem through violence?
And I can.
So far.
But I haven't seen hard mode yet. I'm still unlocking all the dudes, but hard mode is just
That's what he said.
yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. All
Wow,
right.
this isn't a productive line discussion. How is Stellaris, Tim?
Smooth.
So yeah, I've been playing Stellaris recently, and okay, I've been playing Stellaris modded.
Yeah, like the
So,
Star Trek mod.
Yes, the Star Trek New
The
Horizons
only
mod.
way to play
The only
Stellaris.
way to play Stellaris, and the best Star Trek game that's out there. So
I mean, Tim, the bar is not high.
okay,
There's the Star Trek shooting game. That was weird.
that was weird.
Discovery
that
and
was,
races, shoot them down.
Star Trek Voyager Elite Forces. That was from early 2000s.
I
But
don't even know that game.
oh man,
There's the 20th
you
anniversary.
ask me about the Star Trek games, I'll tell you about the Star Trek games. Star Trek Borg is great. Full FMV with John Delancey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
of all the people to keep on that FMV, John Delancey.
Yeah. So,
John
so
Delancey.
I've been playing that. I'll tell you what, I mean, that is a fantastic mod. Stellaris is as popular as it is, I want to say, because of
The mod.
that mod.
I get that. I mean,
and
that's a huge untapped like, community right there.
and guess what? They just announced, I think this was about a week ago, they just announced that they were creating a new mod.
Which is?
Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they are.
How much is Stellaris now?
Yeah, I am. It's in my wish list.
Yeah. And these guys are amazing because what these guys did with the Star Trek universe is they basically
Hold
set
on.
they set you in the beginning of let's say Enterprise,
All right.
Enterprise segment, and
Wait, the show Enterprise.
the show
Oh,
Enterprise,
it's been a long run getting from there to here.
and it real time. It actually goes from the original series to Next Generation to the movies
Wow.
and so on.
Okay, that's kind
That is a long empire.
And in
That's
the
really
beginning,
cool.
there is no United Federation of Planets. The onus is on you to make the United Federation of Planets, which is a universe event.
But this is like post First Contact, right? Do you have met
Yes.
the Vulcans at this point?
This is post First Contact. This is, I think, something like 20 years before the Enterprise is launched. So
Oh.
you've met the Vulcans.
right. The Klingons exist.
Yes, but you haven't met,
Met
them.
them.
So you actually have to discover them. Also, the map is pretty much the map on Star Trek.
That's
Okay.
So yeah, I put a few hours into that, tens of hours into that, until to the point where I'm reaching late game again. Put about
I've
I
been
want
there.
to say 15 hours, 20 hours into it, and my computer has said no.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
so after a certain point of time, when there are enough ships, enough fleets,
It just can't keep up with it.
gets taxing
Yeah.
on the CPU.
Yeah.
So it just slows down like crazy. So I've had to abandon it for now.
Alright, let's
Alright.
take. So, what have you been doing? Are you still in Andromeda?
Yeah. So recently, my brother returned the PS4 at the house. That was nice. And since
It's his, so I mean.
well, technically speaking,
Yeah.
I own half of that.
Oh, that-
Still.
Oh, okay.
Not to drag, but I still own half of that.
That's
So technically it's shared stuff. So he's not using it right now, so I'm using it. And I've been catching up on my Andromeda. Because I kind of put it on the shelf for a while for Witcher. Because,
The Witcher.
Yeah.
If like you've been playing it a lot, right?
Relatively.
Eh,
Past like, few days.
Even with the knowledge that you're not. Like, that it's not going to be continued because
Yes.
it's dead.
Yeah.
Would you still recommend people play it?
Not if that's the first Mass Effect game you're playing.
Oh, okay.
I think that if you have a choice, right, and you've never experienced Mass Effect, go with the original still. What I kind of find out the more I play Andromeda is half of it is really good, but there are a lot of like weird engineering design flaws they keep on putting in there, which kind of seems rushed.
Right, good. Wait, in universe or like in the game
in the
itself?
game experience, like they're to enter the roving vehicle, the Nomad.
Man, that vehicle section never works out for them.
Yeah, you think, right? I think they learned after the Mako. It takes two buttons, separate buttons, to enter and exit it.
What?
I don't get it. Like,
Wait.
yeah. So to enter the vehicle, you have to press triangle. This is PS4, right? And to exit the vehicle, you have to press circle.
But why?
But why?
Really?
Because if you press
I
triangle,
don't remember that.
if you hold triangle, you're going to exit the planet.
Oh yeah, I do remember that now.
Oh no!
Yes. Yeah.
Like, how many times have I exited the planet accidentally?
Oh, dang
It is like those small like game details that kind of get annoying because like the story I'm fine with, the sprawling gameplay, the graphics except for the face-to-face thing where it's like you're talking to a wax statue of yourself. It's fine. The plot thread is interesting enough. But like the whole
The game?
the gameplay, that's the small design details kind of get in the way of an immersive experience.
Yeah.
So I feel like if that's the first Mass Effect game you play, it might kind of turn you off of the other Mass Effect games. I feel
Yes.
like
Yes.
if you want to enter Mass Effect, strange enough, 2 is the entry point.
That can be. I can see why
Right?
it could be. Again, you lack context, but it's not like they gave a shit about
Yeah.
Saren afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
the thing about 1 is it has, I think, one of the tightest stories of the series.
And the worst gameplay.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
really bad game experience, right? Because they haven't figured out how to kind of do the whole
Everything
movement
was
thing.
too complicated.
Yeah, like the targeting system, the
Yeah.
game stuff. But story-wise, tightest.
Yeah.
But you also can't do that. Like, if you're interested in the story, going Mass Effect 2 first is not great because you can never get the golden ending and you can never get Rex.
You never get Rex. That's right.
And no matter what, the situation from Tachanka will only be resolved one way.
Yeah, but I feel like if you want to get into the game, 2 is the best entry point because if you care about 2, chances are you'll play 1, and chances are
That depends. In the PS4 version or PS3 version, I forget, you can play a motion comic instead of playing 1.
to kind of
Oh
rush
yeah,
through.
that's right.
Rush
Yeah.
through the
Yes.
decisions, right? So like, there's that option, like because 2 gives you the experience and the storyline that would make you a fan of the series. I just didn't expect how many the story threads can be, like how.
Yeah. Well, where are you now?
It's,
Where are you?
Eladine,
Oh God,
the
where's that?
desert planet, New Tachanka. You know the planet that's super hot.
Super.
Yeah, it's that one.
Trying to remember.
Single biosphere, that planet.
Well, give me a mission that you've done there. What are you doing there in the first place?
The water thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Desert
okay.
planet,
Yep.
water.
Yep.
Yeah. Too hot. There's
Uh-huh.
a scientist who fell in a pit looking for a piece of thing.
Right. Yep.
I don't know how she survived weeks with no water, but whatever, science.
Super hot.
Yeah. So I've been to the jungle planet, the ice planet, and now I'm at desert planet. It's like Star Wars.
There is no way that it's all desert.
Apparently, yes way.
How can the ecology survive like this?
Impossible. Which reminds me is the plot point. You have to reset the ecosystem of the planets. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm there. I'm back there. That should keep me entertained for the next few weeks or so.
Yeah, I'm considering at least giving it a run. It's like, I guess I have to say goodbye to Mass Effect. That may as well be it.
You have
haven't
no
played
choice.
Andromeda yet.
No, I have not.
Oh,
I have not
wow. Okay.
after 3 years, like, I'm still mad. Like,
You have no choice but to say goodbye
Yeah,
after that one.
yeah.
Just because,
It's
like,
not
yeah, this
coming
is
back for
and
another
it's-
few years.
And in some way, I'm not even mad at it. Like the ending was disappointing. I mean, with a clear head, I can say like I can agree with what you said before, Tim, and that there was no ending that was going to be satisfying. Like it, but they could at least have not lied to me. repeatedly. We literally said at some point, this won't be. Your decisions will matter, and it won't be like you get to choose from one of 3 colors. And that's literally what happened.
That's literally
Like, you-
Spoiler alert. That's literally what happened.
They lied to my face, and the guy who made that lie is back on BioWare.
And here's the thing, like,
Yeah.
you know, when I played the ending of that of 3, I wasn't angry because
Yeah.
I mean,
same.
I finished it, I played it, I wasn't angry until it was thrown at my face. Like, no, but they said, like, that's not how it will end, but they gave you that instead. Like, I was retroactively furious at myself for falling to their sympathies. Like, yeah, okay. Fuck them.
And the last words of the trilogy were downloadable content. Literally, the last screen they give you is like, join Shepard for more adventures in future downloadable content.
So, you played through that thing. You saw the scene before Starchild, the scene where it
He
was
got shot to hell.
Yeah, it was him and it was Anderson.
Yeah.
Right?
Anderson.
I like that scene.
Anderson. Right. What if it ended there?
I'm okay with that.
Would you be happy with that? That's literally saying, okay, everyone's dead. They failed. Earth dies. How would you feel about that?
Not bad, because, like,
Right? Because there will be no sense of conclusion.
it's because it's a lack of choice.
No, I'm actually okay for a lack of choice. In that, I feel like we should not have had the choice towards the end. Like,
I
we should
agree.
have less and less choice.
I agree.
The more that we do leads to something that we can't change anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, if you do everything well, you don't have a choice. It will go well to a point because you've worked all that. The decisions have been made, and it's just the dominoes falling.
Okay.
And if you sat there dying with Anderson, seeing your war effort pan out, and just you die there, totally fine. Because that's your story.
But would you be totally fine if that was the ending? You know, not one of the endings. Like,
whatever you do, that's
like,
the ending.
Well, I mean, there would be, you know, some
Just
slight
worse and worse.
changes. Yeah. But I mean, like, maybe there will be one quote-unquote happy ending, but it's still not happy.
Oh,
You know,
Like,
yeah.
if
that's fine.
Shepard's death is the way to go, or if that's where the last thing, I would call it bad because the entire story of Mass Effect isn't just limited to the war effort. It spans like the races. So give me like what looks like a dying dream to Shepard, where he's imagining what could be the future results of his actions, and then let him go to sleep there. Like, sure.
Because, like, I don't mind if she dies. I mind what's the result of the efforts he has done.
All right,
and
that's
yeah, speaking of ideal scenarios and stories,
I want to, like, figure out what the next space epic is coming this summer. Is that the?
sure.
Sure. Boy,
That could have gone better.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
tried throwing you
a bone.
a bone there.
So coming soon is coming soon. Alright, now we are on coming soon. We're gonna talk about Infinity War. Guys, just got moved up from
May.
May to April. Yeah. It's for for me and Ponzi, it's all gonna be about, ooh, what are we gonna be hyped on? Ooh, what do we want to see? Ooh, what's gonna make us leave the theater happy? For Tim, it's gonna be like, oh, what's gonna make me consider going to the theater?
Why should I care?
It's not his fault. Like, and I know a lot of people who are like not really into the superhero genre. Totally fine, but it is a
Whoa, let me clarify this. I'm not really into cinema. I'm not
that's
really
fair.
into going to the cinema to watch a film. You know,
It's not you're against film. You're against the experience of going to a theater.
Yes, I'm experienced
Yeah,
of going
that's
to
fair.
the cinema because I don't know. It's a hassle. So you gotta line up. You gotta buy a ticket. You go in there. You feel like
You
if
don't even do that anymore.
what.
Buy in line up for tickets. We buy it for you.
Who queued up the last time for Star Wars?
Oh, fair enough.
Who
That's
did
fair.
that? Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I wish you didn't.
Yeah.
I'd have an extra 300 pesos.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a lost cause. I mean, we didn't know.
Yeah.
We
But
didn't know.
I'll tell you what my biggest problem with cinema is.
People.
No, people are fine.
Oh, that's
you
that's refreshing.
People are fine. My biggest problem is okay, imagine you are sitting there.
Mm.
You just had an amazing bucket of popcorn and a huge drink, and you're there. You're busy watching the film, and it's an amazing film, and you're like 100%. Yes, I should have done this, and then boom.
Piss.
I gotta take a piss.
Ah.
What are you gonna do now? You could either hold it in pain for the next hour that the movie's on, because movies are now 2 hours long,
Yeah.
or you can go take a piss and miss 5 minutes, 10 minutes, which might be the most important part of the film.
That's fair.
Right?
I remember you asking like if wherever we go to watch a movie, like if we go to one of those places where they have speakers in the bathroom.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, those are the best cinemas.
Yeah. We the ones in Shangri-La had those. Like
Yeah.
at least, or at least, at the very least, the bathrooms are in the same theater instead of having to leave and go.
Yeah,
Leaving
yeah.
the one, I think, is the hard
That's a killer.
part, because this takes more time just to kind of get back to your seat.
Yeah. Even the last one that we were at, you did have to leave the cinema
Yeah.
just to get to the bathroom, and that's no fun for anyone.
Yeah.
It's no fun for you because you
I
missed
think-
it. It's no fun for your seatmates because you're just like, excuse me.
Actually, that's the worst part for me. The excuse me part, because I rarely have the problem of bladder control in terms of watching movies. So
That's
that's
weird for someone so diabetic.
I know,
Eh.
but like, it's a different kind of death. But that's rarely a problem for me. Like I usually kind of have no urge to kind of go up out of the cinema to take a piss. But the rare times that I have to, like the 1 in 10 that I do, the worst part, the one that actually prevents me from standing up and then going, is like, how far am I from the edge of the cinema, and how many people's knees do I have to bump into? Because I'm a big guy, and the aisles are narrow.
Yeah, they're very narrow.
Very, very narrow. So that's the thing that I hate the most about going to
And then you
the
go
bathroom.
out, you take that amazing piss, going back in, like, yes, I get to watch it again. You get in. Oh God, where was I sitting?
Oh no, I don't have that problem. I
And
pay
then,
attention.
After a while, okay, oh, that's right, there. Do I wait for an opportune time to get back into
Or
my
just
seat?
Cram in there.
or
After this action sequence is done,
wait, this is me now.
or I live here now
Yeah.
for the next hour.
This is,
I mean,
I'm gonna make myself comfortable in the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, this is me.
This is a fire hazard now. That's like the embodiment of an awkward like commute experience. That entire thing, like, are our knees touching? like we're so close.
And, like, the question was like, when you go back to your seat, like, do you face your junk at the guy
No.
or your
Ass
butt?
first.
It's always the ass, because you don't want to look into their eyes. You know they're looking at you.
Or do you?
No, you know they're like, God damn, this guy.
this
Why
fucker."
can't this guy just have waited that hour?
It's like, if you
Right?
face them,
Yeah.
you can apologize, like, with really sad eyes. I am really sorry. I don't want to do this either.
The worst part's like people who get pissed at you for doing that. Like everyone, I remember when we were watching, like, oh my god, we shouldn't have watched it, but like the first Wolverine movie, like,
Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins. Like a guy went up to me as I was like after going like, did you do that on purpose? No, I had to pee. So what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, there's that, and then or there are those passive aggressive ones. You're walking by, you pass by them, they'll move, and just when you're in front of them, they're gonna go. I was like,
are we doing?
Yeah,
okay.
because like
Shut up.
like when that happens, like I go from like I'm really sorry this happens to like, oh motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh.
I appear to be stuck here.
Do you know how physics works? I am standing right now and you're seated.
So with that, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna take a high bar to tell me that Infinity War is worth going to the cinema.
And here's the thing, I would like to say yes, but I don't have proof.
Oh, I've got something that might convince you.
Go
What
on.
if, say, There's a small plot point in Black Panther where there are two versions of the suit, mostly for aesthetic purposes, because Black Panther's sister is like, "Oh, I'm super smart and shit." So there's like a gold suit and a
Black
silver.
suit. Yeah, silver,
Yeah, silver,
black,
silver,
gold,
black.
and
Now you see, Captain America has recently been divested of a shield and of his partnership with Tony because of Civil War. It was a different. It was a
Okay.
little foolish thing. And now he's hanging out with Black
And I
Panther.
watched Civil War.
yeah, I know. This is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be rough.
Very.
And here it is. Black Panther's all like, so I hear you need some tools to help you in that war. How about you put on the suit and become Captain America? And then it's just gonna be two cats. It's just meowing at each other. What is it? This is perfect. And they're just like in a suit, and it's Cap with his beard, and then he's jumping and cat bouncing. Bucky like, where's my cat suit, man? And that's all I wanted. Like,
You know, he gets a cap suit. Yeah, this is me now.
this is me now. And that's it. That's it. And that it's Captain America. It's like, I can no longer be the Captain of America, so I'll be its cat.
I'll be the cat of freedom.
And Bruce is just really disappointed when he comes back from space.
Like,
Thor's
dude.
disappointed too. Like, what the hell, man?
Oh, so I think Thor will like it. It's cutie.
Cute kitty.
Too cutie. Like, dude,
Hey,
that's
I'm a
racist.
king here.
And get this man a shield.
Get this man a cat toy. Get this man a mobile.
Meow. Boy, that is rough.
Can I
That
take
is a
this?
rough ask for the movie.
But I am certain people will remember it. At the very least, Tim will leave the theater thinking, well, I did not expect this.
Yeah. No,
Yep,
I,
yep. As a owner of a few cats myself. Oh boy.
They have taken over
If
the
it's
house.
any consideration, I guess, or worth any salt, if you like how Winter Soldier turned out, they're the same guys directing the movie. So there is a lot of optimism.
so here's the problem with that.
You don't remember Chris.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the
Wait.
one.
Winter Soldier, is that the one with Bucky?
Yes.
Yes.
Never saw it.
Okay.
Well, if you saw it in the theaters, you'd notice how many mops they had to pull out for one scene when Cap was just holding a helicopter and flexing, and every man.
I saw that. That was in the trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah, where everyone squirmed their seat, every man was like, well, I guess, like, shit. This is me, and that's him. How can man even compete?
As here's the thing, I'm not sure how much of the MCU you know is happening. So here's
Of
a
the what?
recap: the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So the last film that I watched would be Civil War. I didn't see the new Thor movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Black Panther, but I hear it's good. Maybe when it's on iTunes.
It should come fairly soon. I think
Yeah.
should drop before the next movie.
I haven't seen Guardians 2, but I want to. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
But they're chasing after. There's a big purple guy looking for stones, right? Look for shiny rock.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
that he showed. There was a teaser part of that
Yeah.
in not Avengers, Civil War, right?
Yeah, something I think or Avengers.
Also
too.
Avengers.
Avengers, yeah.
Also Avengers. Yeah, I saw that, and after that, I have no idea
so
what happened.
that's
there.
all you need to know.
Was he in Thor?
Technically speaking, yes.
But he's not the main plot point.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is the first time he's actually interacting
Yeah.
with people.
Okay.
The reason why it's a big deal, because that's a plot point started 10 years ago. So they're finally paying it off.
I mean, saying it's a plot point implies he's made changes. He's been occurring.
Right, sorry.
He's
Sorry, 7 years ago, because it was only in Avengers that he first show up.
It is like a volcano that is shooting fire at people, and we're like, well, I guess we gotta solve the rock that's on my house, and then now the volcano is coming over to collect the ring. It's not a good metaphor, but the volcano is at the house.
But first, Instagram.
yeah.
So yeah,
What?
it's a big purple guy from space looking for rock on Earth. That's the main plot.
Hey, did he show up in Guardians 1?
He
Was he a thing there?
No,
No?
he was not.
No. Okay.
no. It's very
Okay, space
sporadic
guy
appearance.
wants stuff on Earth.
Wants shiny rock,
Right.
bright
Many
blue,
shiny
many
rocks.
5 shiny rock.
Right. Okay, so he's what? So he's the guy, the master of Silver Surfer. What's his name?
No, that's
That's
Galactus.
Galactus,
It's a
but he
different
is also
guy.
purple.
He's also a big purple
Right.
guy. This is a slightly smaller purple guy.
So same guy. Got it. Go on.
Different guy.
Better,
If you say so.
Galactus has better headgear.
Yeah.
Like he's got a
Okay.
nice helmet.
Wait, this the guy that's played by
Josh
Cable.
Brolin.
It's further confused him.
Yep. Yeah, the guy playing Cable in Deadpool 2 is the guy playing the main bad guy in the Marvel Cinematic
Wait.
Universe. We're not. Oh, God.
but no, he was played by a cool guy.
Josh Brolin.
Brolin.
That I wouldn't describe him as cool.
No.
He's nice.
From Men in
A
Black
funny
3?
guy.
Funny guy.
Wasn't.
Josh Brolin.
You know.
Yes, he was in Men in Black 3.
Yeah, he was Men in Black
You know
3.
what?
It was
Okay.
Young K.
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
Actually, pretty good.
I just want to watch Deadpool. Okay. Right.
You will get 0 Deadpools in this movie.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right. Okay. Yes.
But what
If
I
you
think,
want PG Deadpool, Ant-Man will be in it.
Paul Rudd as PG Deadpool.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that man quite a bit.
It was an enjoyable movie. There's someone
Wait,
who's
why is Cable this guy?
because money, Tim.
That they're both Marvel, right?
The one, no, technically, comic concerned, yes, but rights of characters belong to different.
No, I know.
Producers.
I think Fox.
No,
Disney hasn't
now
bought Fox yet.
they own everything
Not yet.
except for Spider-Man, but they sort of own Spider-Man now.
So at the time it was conceived, and I think until now it's not definite like what properties of Fox get to Disney, go revert to Disney.
Okay.
So
They haven't taken it. They haven't
yeah,
bought
it's
it.
not final yet. So
Right.
So right now Deadpool and the rest of the X-Men kind of
Are
licenses
still Sony.
are still Fox.
Are still Fox, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man is Sony.
You're right.
Spider-Man is Sony.
As
yeah.
well as F4? Or is
No.
F4 Fox?
F4 is Fox.
Oh, my lord.
Which is why we'll probably never see an F4 movie up until that Fox thing is just cleared up because
That's
it's zero
fair.
profitable.
So yeah, it's dog shit.
So that's it though. Like the tweet to announce the new date of the Avengers said in all caps, fantastic. So now that was like, ooh, do I read into this?
That's their secret twist. Like Reed is real.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the thing for me. The Marvel specifically, although DC is
Let's not talk about DC.
sure,
Rough.
but I mean,
Rough.
Marvel is
Rough.
really they're really trying to make the movies like they're comics.
Yes.
There are too many. They're overlapping. They're confusing now.
Yes.
I mean,
I believe the common metaphor is like taking a shit. The first few minutes of the shit are fine because you're relieving yourself, and then like it should have stopped. I should have stopped shitting by now, but it's still going, and now it's uncomfortable. But much like with shit and the movies, I can't stop. Like, to stop mid shit is really uncomfortable.
It's also messy.
there's
The promise of more is there.
there's so many new IPs.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's new.
Yes.
Ant-Man, they had to do an Ant-Man because why not?
Yeah. It's Avengers.
I just wish they made just one movie, one big franchise, and I can follow the story there. See, that's why I was
get
happy with Avengers, right?
Right.
Because, you know, you didn't... Well, no, you still did need to know the backstory, but you...
In fact, that was the point.
you could sort of ride along with the idea of, okay, these guys are doing something now. That's why I had such high hopes, because, okay, we saw a bunch of Cap, we saw a bunch of Thor, we saw a bunch of
Yeah.
Iron Man, and then boom, culmination, Avengers.
Yeah.
Then you have Avengers Civil War.
Yeah.
why did they have to make another Thor? Why did they have to make Black Panther? Why? I mean,
I think my favorite part is you accidentally did what everybody else did and deleted Avengers 2 from your memory. Civil War wasn't an Avengers movie.
Oh,
It was a
really?
Captain America.
Yep.
oh, that's right.
That's fair. Avengers 2 was garbage.
Yeah, nobody wants to remember that one. The directors would want to remember that one. Neither does Marvel.
Oh yeah, the Cap.
Yeah, it's a Cap movie.
That is a
Yeah,
Cap.
I keep thinking it's Avengers 3.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking Infinity War's Avengers 4.
Yeah.
It's not. There's one more.
Does the Thor movie actually
It's a
do
Thor
anything?
movie.
I mean, is it a Thor movie? Is it an Avengers movie?
It is a Thor movie.
It's just
Then I'm less interested.
It's a Thor movie with the Hulk.
Okay.
So if you like the Hulk.
So you think that it's gonna be worth watching?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, of all the directors of the Marvel Universe series, the Russo brothers have proven to me at least that they know how to handle complex stories, and so like they give me a lot of optimism about this one because they did Civil War, they did Winter Soldier.
Civil War was a hard movie to hate coming out.
Yeah.
Like the experience of it was positive. Like you can go after watching Civil War, you start thinking that was a stupid plan and nothing in that should have worked. But during the movie itself, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't start to hate it until you leave, which is like
Yeah.
amazing.
And I think like Marvel often gets flack for like the humor in their movies. I think the Russo brothers have managed to kind of be the serious creatives of that entire
hardly
thing.
any jokes whenever it's
Yeah.
a Russo brothers film.
It doesn't mean it's not entertaining or light.
Yeah.
It's just they know when to kind of pace the drama for serious characters, which I always appreciate. I think.
Alright.
So there's that.
With that said, so you're telling me that this might actually be a good movie?
Yeah, I'm hoping this. Science
This
points to possible.
May be.
possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, but I mean, like, unlike, let's say, like Thor 2 or even Iron Man 2.
For me, it's because I have to see it at this point.
Yeah.
I am plot convinced. I want to see if this pays off. I am in the same boat as you, but I will pay for the boat, and you will watch and see if it sinks from the
Yeah.
shore. But like,
But you're willing to go on the board on the boat, right? Like that's the thing.
For me, it's for the main point of it. Like, I want to see how Cap kicks the bucket because we all know he's gonna kick the bucket somehow.
Yeah. Well, especially this is the end of an era in terms of the actors.
Yeah, the contracts are coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because you asked like why do we have Black Panther, right? It's because and why do we have Thor 3? Well, because that's the last of the Thor movies with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, they're gonna reboot everything, which is like
Wait, what?
not reboot, but they're gonna start a new.
They're phasing
wave
it
of
out.
comics.
Yeah, they're phasing out the first bunch of heroes.
And then there's gonna be
a bunch of new heroes.
Okay, there will be new heroes. It's not
Like
going to be,
Batman is one of
we're
them.
going to do Spider-Man again for the third
No,
time.
we will do
No.
Spider-Man again for the
but
third
with
time.
the same character, or same actor.
Right. We are,
That'd
but
be Tom Hiddleston.
No. I mean, they're not going to reboot Iron Man again. Well,
No,
they're
it's
not for
gonna
the
stay in
foreseeable
universe.
future.
yeah.
Okay.
If the reboot might be like a new character playing Iron Man.
And a new like overall arc.
Yeah. But we're facing out Robert Downey Jr. We're saying goodbye to Chris Hemsworth as Thor. We're going to say goodbye to Chris Evans as Cap America because we have new heroes. Like,
Yeah, that's like half their Chris budget gone.
Yeah. Well, Tony Stark is like half of their budget at this point. so you know, like they're just kind of dovetailing all of the starter set to this new one.
So one of these days, I'm just going to marathon all of this.
Yeah, well, not all.
And-
I will caution
No,
you
I mean-
to omit a couple of movies from that one.
There are
because
some
they are
parts.
ours you cannot take back. And this is me, someone who loves these movies. Like I know what not to watch. It does not further the plot. I'll tell you that
It
much.
just happened.
It just happens. But yeah, I have high hopes. I've always wanted to see Thanos on big screen. Just because the first big comic series I've owned was Infinity War. It's probably not the same story. It can't be the same story.
I would like it because one of the main plot. Oh yeah, spoiler for a 40 or 30-year-old comic. The one
30,
of the
that's
main,
right. Fuck 30. Holy shit.
and the main plot points,
1992.
the biggest plan there, because Thanos was all powerful and shit, was to get him to raise the fucking gauntlet for a second so Silver Surfer can snatch it. That's how desperate they were.
So yeah, I mean, it's rough.
Let me remind you, 30, 40 years, things don't age that
And like
well.
as far as the Infinity Saga is concerned, Infinity War is not the best, but it's also not the worst. So
It was a nice
yay.
multi IP crossover in a time where it wasn't that common.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the, I think the second Marvel crossover to get published, or third. No, because Secret War was the first.
As like, I hope it does, because I like the idea of not a movie series, but it's like, but of a longer tale or a myth being told on screen. There's a lot of promise in it, which is of course gonna be get ruined by capitalism. But like, there's a lot of promise.
Capitalism.
Captain America and Nihilism's younger son.
We are sad rich kids.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's
That's something I'm looking forward to.
so for us. It's all
Feed it.
generally tentative confusion for everybody involved.
Huh?
And for us, so it's tentatively positive.
Yeah.
I just want to see Cap die well.
I am very optimistic about it. There is enough history and enough
Some faith. There's faith.
goodwill the creative
Directors.
crew have earned from the fans to kind of they are the fit. I think of all the directors to work with Marvel, they are probably the best fit for this one.
Also, not just in every year, Captain America has made an appearance,
Yeah.
which really does indicate a bad end for the match.
I think if he does kick the bucket this time, it's going to be the saddest point of the MCU. Just because when he started,
That's the moment I want for Cap to want to die, because one of his most iconic moments in the movie series is I can do this all day. He does it several times, over and over. He does it to Stark, he does it in one.
yeah.
I want Thanos to use a gem, take out all his powers, return into Wimpy Steve, and
And
Steve
just
gets up. I can do this all day, and promptly is murdered.
He squashed like a bug.
Immediately fucking murdered.
like viscerally, like his head just goes off.
That would make me watch this movie.
Like it is sad, but also so amazing.
Oh my god, that was badass and sad. Then we'll just see a casket. It's just shoulders and neck. There's no head. It's just a
It's just his well coiffed hair. Like that's all that remains of Steve Rogers.
Somehow he's still bleeding, Tony. I don't know how he's still bleeding. There's so much blood.
There's so much blood, Tony.
Oh my god, how is this happening?
It's like one solid punch.
Like, even in heaven, like in the post-credit scene, he's still headless. He's still just like, oh my, I'm a statue.
I want the entire funeral to play out during the credits. And Spider-Man's there like, boy, I've never seen a guy die.
I haven't seen a guy bleed like this. Wow, I didn't know that human body could bleed. There's so much.
It's a lot of blood.
Even Thanos is there. Oh,
Dude, that's a lot of blood.
that's uncalled for, my
I
man.
mean, like, boy, you should have stayed
I
down.
regret this.
And he leaves, and that's how you defeat Thanos. Wow, that's wild. I mean, I would be a really mixed bag of emotion at that point, I think.
Or he just punches him. Like, and that'd be sad. Like, if it's just like, oh, it's a heroic sacrifice from Steve. I don't want it to be a sacrifice, because that's something that's
That's a Tony thing to do.
yeah, that's his
That's
his
his thing.
But
Yeah.
I want Cap to just like all that's on the line is this is what I gotta do. This is me fighting yet another bully.
Yeah, because his point has always been like, it doesn't matter how buff he is.
It's a punch up. It's
Yeah.
always punching up.
And there's no one higher than Thanos at this point with the gems. So, hell, I want to see that, man. Like, in his cat suit. Like, I'm going to show you. Blam!
Oh my god!
It just Rex through the face.
Oh my God, King of Wakanda, don't fight him.
Should have given them a shield.
I will buy him 3 buildings. That will solve the problem.
Every problem.
I will buy him 3 buildings and make him a statue beside
I'll
me.
make my 5 buildings in the shape of a star.
And we will color them so people don't think it's communist.
Make sure it's red, white, and blue.
Not just red and yellow.
That's the wrong message.
That's very communist.
Oh, it's also very Iron Man. Is that the single metaphor? Is that Civil War secret metaphor? It's actually like communism versus America.
Again.
Oh boy, did we learn something today?
Yeah. They shouldn't get punched by Thanos. Whammy!
I want him to say that as he punches him. Guess what? Whammy!
Surprise Thanos.
I want Spider-Man to be just there seeing his hero get blown up.
Oh my God, I should have stayed in Brooklyn. Oh my
And the
God.
amount of like Iron Man suit to hide his like pee stain on his pants because he just saw his idol die. Because there's no going back when your head explodes.
There? I mean, I should hope so.
Oh boy. Meteor sounds great.
See, we found the thing Tim won't be able to run. I heard Cap died badly. Oh my
5
God.
caps. I rated 5 caps.
5 exploding
5 exploding cap heads.
Out of 5.
Well coiffed heads. I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
That took a turn.
Boy, this is the most violent we've talked about ever.
And yet, like, you all admitted, everyone listening out there, you want to see that too.
Oh yeah, let's not be coy. I mean, we don't want Cap to die, but if that's the way he goes, boy, first ticket is on me.
It's going to be spectacular.
Whammy! Fuck you, America!
Oh, I want Cap when he puts on the cat suit to ask, like, does this work? 60% of the time. It works all of the time.
Ant-Man wants to say that. Oh boy, if you get Ant-Man to say that, Sex Panther. Excuse me.
That's right, Paul Rudd will say
Paul
that.
Rudd will say that. Sex Panther. 60% of the time works all the time.
So basically, I want Anchorman to be Infinity War.
See, if you want to have Anchorman as Infinity War, we're good with that one. 5 caps. Alright, that's it before this gets out of...
Oh my God.
This is off the rails.
It's out of hand, man. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you can find us at archive.org as well as our site, which is probably still going to be in WordPress.
Yeah, for now.
Or check the
Working
link
on
below.
that.
Working on that one.
But check the link below for the actual site, which is between keyboard and chair.wordpress.com.
Yep.
Or you can
Twitter. You can look at us for Twitter.
I suppose we are there at BKNC.
BKNC podcast, yeah, on the core podcast.
You don't know the Twitter account.
We do. It's just very bad. Admittedly, we'll get that done, fixed or something.
We're gonna wrap up the season, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna make everything working and not on fire.
We're gonna improve.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And hopefully like we get better quality stuff and easier to remember things.
We'll stick to the segments. We got this. We got this.
We got this.
This.
Look, we had 2 whole segments today.
Woohoo! Congrats to us. It's the 13th episodes.
And you, dear listener, you were with us during this horrible, horrible journey. It can only go up from here.
Yes.
Look, if you keep considering what you do to be the worst thing you've done, you can keep going up, which I guess supports doing bad drugs. Because your life can only get better if you keep doing drugs.
Oh.
Goodbye.
We were doing so well with the housekeeping and then
Off the rails again. This is a wild ride. Goodbye guys. See you next time.
I